Fed up on fed up. Fed up, fed up, fed up, fed up, fed up on fed up. Fed up, fed up, fed up on fed up. Fed up on fed up with the cooks. Fed up with the big love, with the gun in my brain gon' bang on. Fed up with the
A mystery in the Low Country. A mom and son found dead. The circumstances still unknown. Our Danae Bucci is live tonight in Hampton with the latest. Danae.
Shannon, the Murdaugh family is heavily involved in the justice system here in South Carolina. And in fact, this is the family's law firm that they're a part of or partners of just behind me. Now, Paul and Maggie Murdaugh were found dead about 10 miles up the road in Islandton. The Colleton County Sheriff's Department says the mother-son duo died around 10 p.m. Monday night at their family hunting lodge. The county coroner says a preliminary autopsy shows they died from gunshot wounds. A thorough autopsy will be performed tomorrow. We wanted to get a gauge on the community's reaction regarding yesterday's double homicide, but Hampton has been effectively a ghost town. Very few cars and people were driving through the small town's downtown area. Shannon?
Now, Danae, any word yet on a suspect?
Well, the South Carolina's Law Enforcement Division has taken the case over, and they say that there is no threat to the public, and this is a very active, ongoing investigation. Shannon?
Hey, Danae, thank you.
Welcome back. For today's read, we're going to do it on Alex Murdaugh. Now, I've been following this from day one, and this could be a series of reads because there's so much going on, and it's just not one case. There's so many facets to this that just one spread wouldn't answer probably anything close to what all I would have to ask. So, I think we should start at the beginning. And that would be with the death of his wife Maggie and his son Paul. They were both shot out on their Moselle property, which is like their hunting property, their hunting lodge, their hunting cabin. And Alec was at the hospital with his dying father when this went down, so he's got a Loctite alibi. I don't think he killed them with his own hands, but I believe that he was the man that orchestrated the hit. And I have many, many reasons in my head about why he could have done this or that, so I can't just commit to one. So we're going to draw some cards and see exactly how this went down. Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. Not that they was murdered. Maggie and Paul Murdaugh. There was some circumstances surrounding their murder. The reason for the circumstances. Forces or influences behind their murder. The agenda or gain from their death. How the murder events if perpetrator, motive, something hidden or unknown about this case, how to link the perpetrator to the victims, and final words from the cards. Okay, now the first card that we've got is the Nine of Cups. That's going to show us the circumstances surrounding the night they were murdered. And it's a card of contentment, satisfaction, gratitude, and wishes that's come true. Damn, man, that's definitely somebody who's getting rid of what doesn't benefit them any further in life. Now, the next one is going to be the reasons behind the circumstances, and that is going to be temperance in a reverse position, which is showing unfortunate combinations, disunion, competing interests. Yeah, this sounds more like Paul and Maggie, but versus Alec and Maggie versus him and Paul and Maggie, all three. The next one is going to be the forces or the influences behind their murder, and that's going to be the Chariot. The Chariot showing war, triumph, presumption, vengeance, and trouble. Yeah, this Alec had this set up 100%. This was by his hand, or by his word, they met their fates. The next one is going to show us the agenda or the gain from their death, and it's going to be the Queen of Swords reversed. It shows someone who's easily influenced and cold-hearted. I'd say that's 100% describes Mr. Alec Murdaugh right here. Alright, the next one is going to be how the events of the murder unfolded, and that's going to be the Six of Swords. That's a transition, a change, a rite of passage, releasing baggage. Wow. So that was just baggage to him. I know Paul would have been, because he was going to be costing him all this money in this Mallory Beach lawsuit. And it was said that the wife had recently hired a forensic accountant. So she would have known exactly about how much trouble he was in with all the embezzlement and stuff. That was a reason to get rid of her right off the bat. Alright, the next one is going to show the perpetrator, and it is the Magician reversed. A magician reversed is a physician. A magus. Maggot. Wow. A physician. That kind of runs over my plans. I sure thought it was Buster. Alright, next one's going to be the motive, and that's going to be the Five of Pentacles, and that is recovery from financial loss. So, with Paul and Maggie both dead, he could continue to embezzle and spend his money as he saw fits. So that's freeing himself from some type of financial disposition there. A loss. He said of them as a loss. The next one is going to be something hidden about the case, and that's going to be the Emperor, that shows stability, power, aid, protection, conviction, and reason. That sounds like that's how it's all went. First, he was stable and had power and help, and even had protection. He could get away with what he wanted to down there in that county. But now it's going to be a conviction with a reason. That's how the case is going to go. And the next one is going to be how to link the perpetrator to the victims, and that's going to be the Nine of Swords reversed. That's inner resources, struggling, overwhelmed, defensive, paranoia. That's how you're going to link it. And the last one is going to be last word, final words, and that is going to be, see, was that reversed? No. That's going to be the Three of Pentacles, and it shows teamwork and collaboration. So this is basically saying that although Alec didn't do it himself, there was teamwork and collaboration, and he did have someone do it. So he is responsible for them two, for two very different reasons, but there were two problems in the areas of his life that was best eliminated. So next read we can do the housekeeper. I'm interested in seeing what happened to the housekeeper, what really happened to her. Because you know she didn't just fall and hit her head. Nope. Thanks for taking the time to spend with us for this read. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Better bomb, better bomb.